ये नंदिनी कौन है?
क्यों? कॉलेज में पढ़ती है मेरे साथ।
मिलाएगा नहीं मुझसे?
बहुत सादी है, सांवली।
तुझे तो पसंद है ना?
बॉस को पसंद नहीं आएगी।
कब मिलवाएगा मुझसे?
मिला दूंगा।
शायद आप एक दिन सुने कि मुझे फिर से गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है। ऐसे मत कहो नंदिनी।
बस सब अपनी अपनी हैसियत के मुताबिक चोरी भी करते हैं, बेईमानी भी करते हैं और रिश्वत भी देते हैं। रिश्वत का पैसा सिस्टम में घूमता रहता है और इससे किसी का कोई नुकसान नहीं होता।
नुकसान तो होता है बाबा, सारा सिस्टम सड़ गया है, लोगों का उस पर से विश्वास उठ गया है।
कौन लोग? वो जो इतने कम अक्ल हैं कि जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना नहीं चाहते। देखो, मेरी सलाह है कि उनके साथ तुम अपना वक्त बर्बाद मत करो। यू आर अ नेशनल स्कॉलरशिप होल्डर, a brilliant student from a dignified and cultural family of Calcutta. और क्या चाहिए तुम्हें?
मुझे लगता है जो कुछ मेरे पास है वो सब कुछ मेरे दोस्तों को भी मिलना चाहिए, क्योंकि वे किसी भी तरह मुझसे कम नहीं है।
रेवोल्यूशनरी थिंकिंग। भूखे पेट क्रांति नहीं होती और पुलिस की गोलियों से किसी का पेट नहीं भरता। देखो भाती, हमारी फैमिली में आज तक कभी भी कोई फेल नहीं हुआ। स्ट्रगल करनी पड़ती है लेकिन कामयाबी हमेशा मिली है, सक्सेस। रिमेंबर माय बॉय, वेल्थ इज द मदर ऑफ ऑल हैप्पीनेस इन लाइफ। रिमेंबर दैट थिंग।
HAZAAR CHAURASI की माँ.
Yeah.
It won National Award in the year 1998.
Sure.
And you have worked with Govind Nihalani
Yeah.
and also with Jaya Bachchan
Yeah.
and with Nandita Das.
Yeah.
So was it your turning point?
Well, it was definitely my first film. It began my journey in cinema, my learning and understanding of cinema as an actor. I was a student of cinema before that. I saw cinema like a student. But as an actor, when you work in a film, you experience the actual craft of cinema. I was extremely fortunate that I began with a man whom I had idolized as a filmmaker. You know, growing up in the 80s, Govind Nihalani was a huge influence on not just Indians but Asians and maybe in global cinema. He had made films which were probably the most provocative, angry and disturbing cinema bordering on politics and society. His film Akrosh was a call of times. His film Ad Satya was a film which became a huge commercial hit also. Right. It spoke about corruption, it spoke about political interference, it spoke about dehumanization. He made a film called Aghat, which was on the trade unionism and the dying of trade unionism in a way. He made one of the best films ever made in India called Tamas, which is about partition. It was an absolutely stunning film. So Govind Nihalani represented a voice which was social, political, angry, dramatic and artistic, you know, and I was hugely influenced by him when I was in school, growing up, watching his films. He was also cameraman for Shyam Benegal. So they have changed cinema in India in the 70s. They were part of the parallel cinema movement. So in a way, it was sort of a aspiration that if I ever do cinema, it would be wonderful if I could work with Govind, learn from Govind. And it just so happened coincidentally that my first film itself was with Govind. I had, when I was studying theatre drama, I had come to Bombay to meet Govind Nihalani, just to tell him how much I admire his work. At that time, he wanted to shoot some plays and make them into telefilms. And he said, you know, I'm doing plays, since you're a theatre person, maybe you can work with me now. I was very happy. I said, sure sir, I gave him my photographs and everything, and I left. He forgot all about it and I just passed. Many years later, when I was in Bombay, I was doing a play. He was there watching that play. Okay. And he saw that play. And he was casting for HAZAAR CHAURASI. He was looking for one actor. I think initially he had Chandrachud Singh in mind at that time. Chandrachud Singh was an upcoming actor, good actor. But Chandrachud Singh had some problem with dates. So he saw me and something clicked. There was an editor of Screen at that time, Bhavna Sumaya, who also suggested to him that Joy might be a good choice. So I was taking a workshop in Chandigarh at that time for children. I used to take theatre workshop for children in the summertime. And I got a call from Govind Nihalani's office through Punjab University to the drama department that Govind wants to speak to you. And he said, Joy, I saw you play, I liked it. I want to talk to you, I want to audition you, I want to do some stuff with you. Would you come over? So I came to Bombay and I gave a long audition, with a lot of stuff, and he chose me for the film. The best part of the film was not just Govind Nilani and Jaya Bachchan, it was Mahashweta Devi, the writer. Mahashweta Devi to me was the voice of India. Mahashweta Devi was a writer, was an activist, was a sort of a lover of humanism. She worked with the Adivasis, the tribals. She spoke about environment and eco-friendliness. She spoke about forests and mountains and rivers, and she wrote about them. And she wrote about tyranny, she wrote about injustice. So she brought in all these things. Imagine, she brings about ideas of justice, tribalism, nature, and feminism, and all that comes into her writing. So she has lived that life. It's not that she just writes and lives a happy city life. She actually goes and lives with the Adivasis, works with them, fights for their justice. So here was a writer who was not just a writer, but also she was living what she was writing, and she was writing what she was living. So you see the beautiful connection. So she's like a fantastic role model for every woman, as far as I'm concerned. So her novel HAZAAR CHAURASI Ki MAA spoke about the most turbulent time that India has ever seen, which is the late 60s to mid 70s. Everything happened around that time, from food riots to corruption to the rising of a movement called Naxal movement, to finally the police encounters towards moving towards emergency. That was a very disturbing period in India, and Mahashweta Devi captured that through one short novel, which is called a novella, HAZAAR CHAURASI Ki MAA.
कौन?
It was a character which was basically from an upper middle class family, a comfortable background. So when you're from an upper middle class family, from a comfortable background, you don't really think about other people. You think about yourself, your family, your lifestyle, right? But this guy, in that time, studying in university in Calcutta, got involved in a movement where he wanted to think about others, feel for others, do for others. So imagine, it came from their education, it came from their civilization, all that feeling for others, which is totally absent today, as you can see around. So my character, Bruti, was one of those upper middle class characters who gets swayed by the time and the movement and the feeling, and he dives into the movement and he dies for the movement. He is killed brutally by the police in an encounter, without justice, without judiciary, nothing. He's killed. Lakhs of students were killed at that time, and they became just numbers. Each was a body and a morgue with a particular number. So my number, dead body's number, was HAZAAR CHAURASI. And now starts the journey of the mother. The mother is apolitical. She doesn't understand anything. She only believes that everybody should study well and have a good career. That's what middle class believes.
Yes.
Yeah, the sign of a good man or a woman is study well,
Right.
do a job well, get married well, have good kids, raise them well. That's it. Yeah, she also believed that my Bruti is a very sweet guy, nice student, nice this, nice that. It is after she saw the body in the police station with the number there, she went into shock and she wanted to know what happened. And this journey of finding out what happened creates a growth in the mother. So it's not just it's not Bruti's story, it is actually the mother's story. The mother grows trying to understand Bruti's life outside, which she didn't know. So mother slowly becomes from an apolitical, not insensitive, an apolitical woman. She becomes a sensitive, social and political being who steps outside. An upper middle class woman from house steps outside to find out about his son's life and finds more and more things about injustice and all, and grows. So in the actual novel, the mother's appendix bursts in the end, and that's where it stops. But in the film, Govind took it forward. Govind made the mother start working in the social sector. Mother also participating directly, trying to bring a change. So mother becomes not just a mother figure, but a sort of a mother courage, mother warrior figure in the film. And he chose Jaya Bachchan, which was a very interesting choice, because normally in those days, in these kind of movies, when you chose people like Shabana Azmi was there, Smita Patil, and you know, this kind of Adipti Naval, these actresses from art cinema used to do. Jaya Bachchan was known for doing films, popular films in the 70s and 80s, and then she took retirement. So when Govindji chose Jaya Bachchan, it was very interesting, and she accepted it. It was another dimension for Jayaji also to work in this kind of film, with working in the space where Govind Nani worked, and come into this space and bring something which probably other actresses couldn't, because Jayaji brought a certain kind of innocence and neutrality to the character, which was very important, because the mother's character was very innocent, pure, neutral. From there, slowly her awakening, her journey, her empowerment starts. So in a way, Jayaji could bring those dimensions much clearly than the other actresses of art cinema who were already part of political cinema. So they already had an image of strong women, of doing this kind of cinema. You know what I mean?
बिल्कुल नहीं।
कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि मैं तुम्हें बहुत दुख देता हूँ। दादा, निपा, तुली, इन सब से तुम्हें कोई तकलीफ नहीं होती, लेकिन मेरी वजह से तुम्हें बहुत कुछ सहना पड़ता है।
तुझे लगता बहुत है, मुझे कुछ सहना वहना नहीं पड़ता।
क्यों? मेरे लिए जो तुम्हें ताने सुनने पड़ते हैं?
तो क्या हुआ?
इतना क्यों सहती हो माँ?
पहले तकलीफ हुआ करती थी, हर बात चुपती थी। अब नहीं, तेरे आने के बाद तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं। तू मेरे पास है ना? अच्छा, बोल कल क्या खाएगा?
क्यों? कल क्या बात है?
रात के 12:30 बजे मेरे गोद में आया था, यानी आज रात और तारीख के हिसाब से कल।
अच्छा, तुम्हें ये जन्मदिन वगैरह कैसे याद रहते हैं?
कैसे नहीं याद रहेंगे? मरते मरते बची थी तेरी बारी में।
मेरी किस्मत अच्छी थी इसलिए बच गई।
हेम के लिए भी नई साड़ी लाई।
So my working in that film worked at these so many different levels. There is Govind, the pillar of art and parallel cinema. There is Mahashweta Devi, the pillar and art of writing, activism, and there was Jayaji coming back into cinema from popular cinema towards pure art cinema. Yeah, all these three dimensions, and I was a newcomer, my first film. Great learning process for me.
Right.